Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 530 News on KPAX, Montana's news leader.
Good evening, I'm Kent Lutzen. According to the Flathead County Sheriff's Department, a local negotiation team assisted by the FBI negotiation team have been in ongoing communication with the cyber terrorist who is behind the threats that closed down schools in Flathead County. Curry said this has been a 24/7 investigation as no arrests have been made at this time. On Saturday, the Columbia Falls Police Chief told us the terrorist is now sending text messages to parents and students after hacking into the school's District Number 6 server where he gained access to phone numbers, adding if you do not recognize a text from an unknown number, do not engage or try to respond. Rather, contact the Columbia Falls Police Department at 406-892-3234 and press 1 for dispatch. Now, as far students returning to class tomorrow, Curry said he would be briefing school personnel this afternoon with the updates on this case, and then schools can take that information and decide whether or not to open their doors for school tomorrow. School districts say they will make this decision by 6 p.m. tonight. In Missoula County, emergency crews responded to a residential fire at around noon today. An apartment building caught fire in Audrey Court in South Missoula. Battalion Chief Blaine Cohen with Missoula Rural Fire said no one was injured. However, 2 cats and an iguana died in the fire. Cohen said the apartment appears to be a total loss and neighboring apartments sustained a lot of smoke damage. A phone book delivery man was first on scene and kicked in the door, but had to step back due to the heat and smoke. The cause of this fire is under investigation. Crews battled a late Saturday night fire at Pacific Recycling Palmer Street in Missoula. Missoula Assistant Fire Chief Jeff Brandt says firefighters were called to the scene shortly before 10 p.m. and arrived to find 30-foot high flames and explosions coming from a stack of salvaged vehicles. Brandt says access in an on-site fuel storage tank were the immediate issues that crews were concerned about, and firefighters sprayed water from 2 aerial ladder trucks to knock down the blaze. A Pacific Recycling employee arrived on scene and worked with crews to break up the pile of vehicles with an excavator. The scene was stabilized in less than an hour, according to Brandt. The cause of this fire is still under investigation. Well, in weather news, it was a beautiful Sunday afternoon with a bit of that sunshine peeking through the clouds. Let's go to our Storm Tracker Weather Center with meteorologist Russ Thomas for more. Russ?
Thank you, Kent. Yes, it was nice. Now, again, it was cloudy for a good portion of the day, but temperature's not that bad, and we're getting a little sunshine. Hold on to today, though, because once we move to your Monday and really for the rest of the week, not only is it going to be much cooler, but wetter for much of the week as well. 66 right now in Missoula, 68 degrees in Hamilton, 64 degrees, 65 in Kalispell, 72 Thompson Falls, 71 in St. Regis. Just a quick look at our satellite and radar image. You've got some cloud cover. Again, we've seen it throughout the day with some sunshine peeking through here and there. Now you look off to our west, we have rain. We're eventually going to get that. We'll have more coming up.
Thanks, Russ. Crews working the Sheep Gap fire are hoping to increase containment on the eastern side of the fire by using fire line explosives. Today, crews are going to connect this new line with an existing dozer line. Using hand crews to build this line would take up to two days to accomplish, which would delay the production of containment line as well as expose firefighters to undue risk. This operation will take a few hours to install. When the explosives are detonated, area residents may hear the explosion. Currently, the Highway 200 complex fire is 10% contained and has burned more than 47,000 acres. As of this morning, 427 personnel are working on the Highway 200 complex. After 1 week, our Montana Wildfire Fund now sits at $67,320 and counting. Thank you to everyone who's contributed so far, and remember, our MTN stations will match the first $50,000 of that total. If you haven't donated, it's not too late. Just go to kpax.com/wildfirefund for more information. The Montana Conservation Corps are doing their part to help those struck by natural disaster. 30 MCC members and staff met in Bozeman today and prepared to embark on their 24-hour drive to Texas, where they lend a hand to those affected by Hurricane Harvey. The crew will start with initial training in Austin and then head to Corpus Christi, where they will help with things like debris removal, clearing fallen trees, and tarping damaged roofs. And for MCC members, this opportunity makes a difference, is what it's all about.
Really, same thing that brought me out here in the first place, just doing something new. I would really love to be able to shake the hand of the person that I'm working for, you know, see where it's ultimately going.
This connects really well with our mission as an organization, and the idea that young people can actually make a difference and really have an impact in people's lives. So the opportunity to see how much of a difference you can make by stepping up and serving is a really great experience for them.
The Montana Conservation Corps are expecting to be in Texas for about a month. Today, the Missoula City Cemetery held their annual Stones and Stories event. Volunteers were spread out through the grounds and they told stories of people from our past. Jenny Pack has been volunteering for the past 10 years, and she believes the history is important.
It's important that we know what happened before us. The world didn't start turning the minute we stepped in, so for me it puts my life in perspective.
This year there were about 20 stories being told by volunteers. Pack told the story of Sarah Woody, the first mayor's wife. Some of the other characters being played were Jeanette Rankin and Christopher Higgins. If there's someone you know buried in the Missoula Cemetery, Pack encourages people to consider coming next year to tell their story. Sunday Streets Missoula celebrated Missoula as a bikeable and walkable community. Today the group temporarily closed one of our greatest public spaces, the streets. There was free fitness classes right on Higgins Street, which included Pilates, yoga, and Ula. Sunday Streets Missoula's goal is to encourage all ages and all abilities to be active, support local businesses, and rethink our community. Teaming with Missoula in Motion and One Less Car Day, which is asking residents to take the One Less Car Pledge, which is to hope more people ride their bikes or walk when they can. Today marked their first day of a week-long celebration of sustainable transportation. T-Rex, Triceratops, and raptors visited the capital city today. MTN's Lindsay Ford went to Jurassic Quest and reports.
There were over 80 life-size dinosaurs at Jurassic Quest. Some of the dinosaurs even moved, along with realistic featured scenes. One family said they'll come again.
Oh yeah, sure, definitely. In fact, we were planning to visit this event last year at Billings, but somehow we missed. So this time we didn't want to miss it.
A big hit with the kids were the rides. Kids were able to ride a dinosaur.
Seeing the dinosaurs, riding the rides. I sat in it and buckled up and hold on to the handle, and they moved.
Other activities for the kids featured a dino bounce house and a T-Rex run. T-Rex seemed to be a lot of the kids' favorite dinosaur, but for some it was a different dinosaur.
Getting to see my favorite dinosaur, Triceratops.
In Helena, Lindsay Ford, MTN News.
Today was the last day for Jurassic Quest in Helena. Now, coming up tonight, the best in television will be honored during the Primetime Emmy Awards here on CBS, and Hollywood insiders say to get ready for some surprises. A preview of the Emmys coming up, and a koala bear finds a hiding spot in a wheel well, but didn't know she would be traveling. That story and more coming up.